Hello, everybody. Good morning and welcome back once again to Easy English Explanation by Pooja Joshi. First of all, right now subscribe my channel if you haven't still. So today we are going to start with Standard 9th NCERT book Moments, that is the supplementary reader book. Second chapter, The Adventures of Toto. Do you know who is Toto? Toto is a very small, mischievous pet monkey. Have you ever heard somebody keep monkey as a pet? Have you seen somebody like that? Is it imaginable? Just look here what happens in the story by a mischievous little pet, Toto the monkey. So first, as usual, I will read word to word, line to line, paragraph to paragraph, and then I will explain you the meanings and the explanation will go in detail. Let's see what happens with a dog like that. What are the adventures of Toto? Have you ever had a baby monkey as a pet? Toto is a baby monkey. Let's find out whether he is mischievous or docile. So here we have to find out about a baby monkey, whether he is mischievous or whether he is docile. Just docile means just he will easily do what we say. He will be convinced with us easily. Docile. Let's look for the meaning of docile here. Yes. Docile means he is quiet. When one is quiet and easy to be controlled, persuaded or influenced, easily we can turn that person to our wishes, according to our wishes. Yes. Now let me read the first paragraph. The adventures of Toto. Grandfather brought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided that he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. So here the grandfather of the writer, we can say, he brought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of only 5 rupees. Means Toto was purchased in 5 rupees. And the Tonga driver, he used to keep that little red monkey, Toto, tied to a feeding trough. What is a feeding trough? Let me show you. He was tied to a feeding trough and the monkey did not suit there. It looked totally out of place. That is, the monkey was not meant for a place like that. So grandfather decided that he will add Toto to his private zoo. Let me show you the feeding trough. See, here's the feeding trough. Can you see here? And he was tied to any one of the feeding trough like this one. Now coming back here, Toto was a pretty monkey. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep-set eyebrows, and his teeth, which were a pearly white, were very often displayed in a smile that frightened the life out of the elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. But his hands looked dried up as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. Yet his fingers were quick and wicked, and his tall, white, and his tail, while adding to his good looks. Grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good looks. Also served as a third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. Now, Toto was a very pretty looking monkey. It was very small. After all, any of the baby looks very cute and sweet. He had bright eyes that sparkled, that shined with mischief beneath deep set eyebrows. He had the naughtiness between his eyebrows and his teeth, which were like small pearls, white pearls. They often displayed, means he often took out his teeth for a smile. But his smile frightened the elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. His hands looked as if they are dried up in the sun. They are put to dry with some masalas of the pickles, as if the hands are put to dry up properly in the sun for many years. His hands were so dried up. Yet his fingers were quick and they were wicked, especially at taking the delicacies and running away from that place. He used to take all the delicacies. And his tail, while adding to his good looks, grandfather always believed that a tail could add to the beauty of the animal. It's a beauty symbol for any animal to have a tail. So, Toto's tail was also serving something more, adding to his good looks. And his tail also served as the third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. Means he was able to use the tail as the third hand. He was taking any delicacies which was not reachable through his hands and legs. So he used the tail to take out that delicacies. Delicacy means any good eatable food items which he liked to eat. And scooping, scoop, see here the meaning of scoop, as I show you, that when we go to have ice creams, the person he uses a scoop. It is like a handle. It is like, see, he is like a tool with a large bowl type, with a handle, a tool with a deep bowl shaped end that is used to dig out and move a soft substance or powder. Yes. Now, grandmother always fussed when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall, where he was tied securely, or so we thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. So, whenever grandfather brought any bird or animal to be added to the zoo, then grandmother always fussed. She made an issue of very small matters. She did not like that grandfather adding the animals to his zoo, any birds or animals. So they decided that they will keep Toto's presence in the house a secret. They will not tell grandmother that they had brought a monkey, small little baby monkey. So Toto need to be hidden from the grandmother. Grandfather and writer, they both put him away in a closet, in a small almirah type. It was opening into the writer's bedroom wall. So they tied Toto securely, and they thought that here Toto is very safe and grandmother will not be able to know about the presence of Toto being there in the house. But also we thought, they thought that they have fastened Toto properly. But what happens Is he really fastened properly? Is he really secure? Let us see in the next paragraph. Here, see the meaning of peg. Here, see the meaning of peg. Peg. I will show you some picture and the meaning of peg. See, these are the pegs which you can see here in the picture, where we used to keep something, to hang something, some clothes or wire or anything like that. See the definition of peg: a small stick or hook that sticks out from a surface and from which objects can be hung. See the meaning of fuzz here: to give too much attention to small matters that are not important, usually in a way that shows that you are worried and not relaxed. To give more attention to something. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood as naked brick and plaster. The peg in a wall had been wrenched from its socket, and my school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. Here, what happens? After few hours, they both decided that let's just go and check Toto, that whether he is in a proper condition, and let's just release Toto, as he had been fastened for quite few hours. So let us release him. But when they went there, already he had released himself and done lots and lots of naughtiness. They both found that the walls had some ornamental wallpaper, decorative paper, but it was just it everything came out and the wall was standing in form of only brick and plaster. The peg in the wall that had been wrenched, totally snapped out, torn out from its socket. Let me show you the meanings. And the writer's school blazer, school coat, it had been also in shreds. In shreds means in very, very small, uncountable pieces. Very small pieces. Let me show you all these words' meanings. See, it's just a socket. See, that socket had been coming out from the wall. It had been torn by Toto. Then blazer. Blazer means a type of formal jacket that is a different color from the trouser or skirt that are worn with it. It is like some school uniform at some places, especially in the winter season. Blazer is like a coat. Here you have seen already socket. Now see meaning of wrench. Wrench means to pull and twist something suddenly or violently. That is, wildly it had been taken out from the socket. And shred. Shredded means a very small or thin piece that has been torn from something. The blazer had been shredded into pieces. I wondered what grandmother would say, but grandfather didn't worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. He's clever, said grandfather. Given time, I am sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. The writer worried that what would grandmother say. Already they were tense that what would grandmother say when they had brought the monkey, and moreover this monkey was such a naughty, mischievous, tiny little red monkey. Toto. But grandfather was very happy with the performance. Yes, that Toto is quite active and intelligent. He was very pleased. Grandfather was very happy with whatever Toto had done. The damages, even the damages. The grandfather thought that he was very clever. Still, if he had time, he could have tied the torn pieces of the blazer into a rope, and then from there he would have escaped, ran away from the house with the help of the window and the torn pieces of the blazer. His presence in the house still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarters where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and, for a while, my pet goat. But the monkey would not allow any of his companions to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. His presence in the house means Toto's presence in the house was still a secret. Toto was now shifted or moved to a big cage in the servants' quarters, where a number of grandfather's other pets were also there. Which were the other pets? They all lived very sociably, means very happily together. And they were as follows: a tortoise, there were a pair of rabbits, there was a tame squirrel, there was a pet goat, writer's pet goat. But monkey would not allow anybody to sleep properly at night, as it was very naughty. So grandfather, he decided, as he was leaving to collect pension in Saharanpur, so he went from Dehradun to Saharanpur, and he decided that he will take Toto along with him. Unfortunately, writer could not accompany grandfather on that trip, but he told me about it afterwards. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. This, with some straw at the bottom, became his new abode. When the bag was closed, there was no escape. Toto could not get his hands through the opening, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through. His efforts to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air, an exhibition that attracted a curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. So here what happened? Let's see. Somehow, unfortunately, unluckily, the writer could not accompany his grandfather. He was not able to go to Saharanpur with his grandfather. But whatever happened, his grandfather narrated to him afterwards. Grandfather told him the whole happening incident or the whole story, that whatever happened with him and Toto. So, Toto was put in a big black canvas kit, and there was some straw at the bottom. It became his new abode. Abode means his residence, his house for the time being. Let me show you abode. Can you see here? Abode means his new home or new house. A place of residence, a house or a home. Yes. Then there was his new abode, and when the bag was closed, there was no way to escape for Toto. Toto could not get his hands through the opening, and he was not able to reach up to that opening, nor he was able to bite the canvas little black bag, big black bag. Okay, there was no way out. So his only efforts to go out had like that he can do the effect of making the bag roll. He could jump inside the bag so that the bag rolled on the floor, or he was occasionally jumping into the air inside the bag. So it looked an exhibition for the curious crowd of onlookers, that why is that bag jumping after some time without any reasons. They were very curious to see that. Okay, with this we end the first part of the second chapter, The Adventures of Toto, Moments book, Standard 9. So we'll meet soon with the second part. Till then, bye bye. See you.